Okay, the subject of today's post: how to win the Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto game in your state. And you're fast, so I'm sure you figured out by now these numbers you see in front of you are what I would consider to be the type of numbers you should be playing. And I'll tell you why. These numbers contain what I call sets, pairs, two of a kind and three of a kind, gaps are very important, reverse numbers, and consecutive numbers. And if you stroll through the games in your state that I just mentioned, you would see that I would say 85 to 90% of the winning tickets have these numbers that I just mentioned, well, or the way that I categorize them. Okay, let's jump right into it. The first number on the list, the first set of numbers on the list: 1, 5, 9, 45, and 59. Okay, first of all, we start off with three of a kind. That's what I call three numbers from the same set. And I'm sure you know what a set is. A set would be what we would call the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and so on. So single digit numbers are a set of their own. That would be 1 through 9. And the next set would be, it's the smallest set. It would be 10, 11, and 12. Those are double digit numbers, but we can't categorize them with the teenage, we'll call the teenage number set. So I'm sure you caught on to now what I consider a set. Okay, now we have three of a kind. And next we have a huge gap between 9 and 45. And a number like this is sure to produce a rollover practically every time, or you might see one person or two people win throughout the country, because we eliminated so many sets. The smallest set, 10, 11, and 12, the teenage set, the 20s, the 30s, all the way up to 45. So I would guess, but this is I would say this would be a very good guess, that we dropped off. We lost at least no less than 60% of the people playing the game throughout the country don't have a chance to win now because of a gap like that. So gaps are very important. And next we have what I call pairs. Any numbers that end in the same number, I categorize them as pairs. Like 5 and 45, that would be a pair of 5s. And 9 and 59, that would be a pair of 9s. Okay, so the next set of numbers on the list, you can see we start off with another huge gap. We start off at 32. And right now, I would say that we lost at least 80% of the people playing throughout the country. We start off with a number like 32. And I'll tell you why. Because, see, so many people are hooked on what I call birthday numbers or calendar numbers. You know, those are the numbers from 1 through 31. Where you will find grandma's birthday and your birthday. You know, you got to play those numbers. So we lost so many people throughout the country when we start off with 32 and above. You can bet it's going to be a rollover. And also we have consecutive numbers, 32 and 33. That's really hard to pull off. That's really rare. Numbers like that they're not drawn very often. And these are the type of numbers that produce a winning ticket. Okay, next we have another pair. We have a pair of 40s, 42 and 44. I mean, a set. They're within the same set, 40 and 42. I'm sorry, yes, 40 and 42. And also we have a pair of twos. That would be 32 and 42. And we ended up with 60, which is another nice gap in there, 42 to 60. Dropped off a lot of people there. Okay, our third set of numbers, we start off with what I call a reverse number. 12 and 21. Opposite numbers, reverse numbers. Very important in a winning ticket, a winning set of numbers. Okay, 12, 21, and we got a pair of 20s in there. 21 and 25. And then we ended off with the rare 3 of a kind. 3 numbers that end in 5. We have 25, 35, and 55. That's 3 of a kind. That's what I would consider 3 of a kind. These are the type of numbers you need to win. And last but not least, I would say this is the hardest one to win off of. The random numbers, where you just pick one number, like from each set of numbers. That's a tough one right there. And it produces a lot of rollovers naturally. We start off with an 8, one single digit number. Then we go to one teenage number, 14. Then to the 20s, 24. Skip the 30s, go to 42, and we wrap it up with a 51. But you noticed also we have a reverse number in there. That's 24 and 42. Very important. Okay, and then we have our Powerball numbers or mega numbers. And most of them, they don't go that high. I think they may all end before 20. The Powerball and Mega Millions, they only go up to like 20. That last number you have to pick. And oftentimes I would do, like in the third set, I would go like with 12. Since I started with 12, I would pick a 12 as my mega number or Powerball number. And you see that happens so often. And like the last set of numbers, I went for the 8 because I picked the 8 in the set of numbers. Okay, and that's about it. This is how we categorize the numbers, and I would say that if you check, like I said, you would see that at least 85 or 90% of winning numbers resemble this pattern. Okay, that's it. Thank you. And like I said, please do a little research for yourself, and you will see what I mean. So thank you. Good luck. Have a great day, and I hope you're the next big winner.